All right, Brady with goHUNT, and it's the off season right now, and one of the best things to do in the off season is gear care. So I had Neville bring over one of his down jackets and his down sleeping bag. Both of them are just nasty after a long hunting season. I don't even know if I want to smell that. It's got to be pretty gross. But anyway, we're just going to walk through the process of washing your down clothes. You might think washing down clothes is kind of scary. I mean, me personally, I usually don't wash my down clothes that often because I've always thought it was scary in the past. But now that I finally got a nice set of washer and dryer, it makes it a lot easier. So, a sweet little product in goHUNT Gear Shop, Granger's, gets their down wash. You prefer, to my sense, to use an actual down wash rather than some sort of detergent. I don't know what they put in here that makes it so great, but I'd rather use something that's specifically made for these products. These products, you know, when you spend a lot of money on gear, you know, you want to treat that gear nice. So get something good that's going to reactivate all your down and clean up all the stench in there. So besides for, you know, jacket being dirty, sleeping bag being dirty over the years of use, you get a lot of oils from your body, all the sweat goes into your down clothes, down sleeping bag. Sometimes it could mat your down and kind of like, you know, make it not do its normal function of keeping you warm. This can also help revitalize your down, get it all poofy back again. So, like I said, Granger's down wash. I got a sleeping bag and I have a down jacket. And also when we're gonna use it in the dryer, we wanna keep a little bit of tennis balls. A little tip for you. Get these in the pet store. They're a lot cheaper than buying normal tennis balls. Pet pride. All right, and so now we'll talk about the washer. So normally if you read the instructions, it'll say to use a front loading washer, not a top loading. The reason why you usually don't use a top loader is because usually they have the big little agitator in the middle. So this washer I have here does not have the agitator in the middle. So it's not gonna, when the agitator's in the middle, like your down can get all spun around it. So that's what you wanna avoid. So as long as you have a machine like this or a front loading one, you're gonna be good to go. So this thing says roughly 2 caps for a down jacket and 3 for a sleeping bag. So we're just gonna put 5 in. So we'll do 5 caps. Well, we're just gonna go 4. Seems like a lot. Kind of like cooking. The chef does what he wants to do, you know. So if you're not feeling 5, okay, go 4. Maybe go 3. Okay, another important thing to do is no matter what kind of brand clothing you have, always find where the tags are, and you should always read what the care settings are, because you don't want to, like, you know, throw them in here, wash them at a, like, you know, extremely high temperature and shrink your clothes. So it's always a good idea to read your tags. So like we're doing both of these, read both these tags. I decided I still want to do a colder setting because I prefer to wash all my clothes in cold. So we're gonna do that. But one thing's first, I always like to zip up any of the main zippers. I'm not sure really the science behind that, but I just don't really want my jackets and everything else opened up as they're tumbling around in there, maybe getting beat up. So no matter what, even if it's down or normal clothes, I always try to zip up everything. So I'm gonna zip up that, drop it in there. And also for the sleeping bag, kind of make sure you got this zipped up too. All right, zipped up, drop it in. Dang, that thing's lofty. That thing's full in there. And now I'm gonna do the settings on the washer. What I like to do, I like to treat these things like delicate clothing, as they, you know, they can take a lot of abuse, but I'm washing them, I'll wash them on a delicate setting. I like to wash everything on the cold water instead of hot. So, just over to my delicates. I want the cold all the way low. Well, just a little bit of spin. And I'm just gonna go soil, we'll keep soil light for this because, you know, these are just clothes from one season's worth of use, so we don't really need to go crank it high in soil level. So, 38 minutes, and just push the start button, and that's gonna be it. All right, just finished washing the down sleeping bag and down jacket. So what we're gonna do now is just take this bad boy out. As you can see, everything's all kind of matted up, you know, kind of looks kind of sad right now. So we need to dry them all off. So we're gonna toss them in the dryer, and then take the down jacket. So we toss a couple tennis balls in there. What that's gonna do is help to, you know, kind of move the down around, kind of give it back its loft so it doesn't stay all in one clumpy spot. This helps break everything apart to make your down a lot more lofty afterwards. Toss a couple tennis balls in. And then for the heat on here, sometimes I like to use like a medium to high heat. Again, not like baking it, but we'll see what I got here. We'll go just normal. And then we'll let that rock. Come on, guy. I forgot you have to hold the start. I mean, obviously I do a lot of laundry, and I just forgot you have to hold it. Just finished drying the sleeping bag in the down jacket. Pull it out. Again, we got tennis balls in there, making a bunch of racket. So you can see here, sleeping bag's still a little bit wet. Another thing too, even after we pull these things out, when they're completely dry, it's still a great idea to not put these things ever away wet. Even if this was like fine, you're like, yeah, it's pretty good right now, it's still probably just like hang this over your couch, you know, hang it over some chair, and just let it completely dry before you shove it in a little bag for storage. But probably put it in there for a little bit more just to make that a little bit more dry and get some more of that loft in that area. Jacket's actually phenomenal. Jacket's actually completely dry, so I'll probably pull this guy out. Actually, sleeve's a little bit damp on the side. We'll let it go for a little bit more. So yeah, toss her back in. Round two. Dang, that thing's lofty. Can't even get in the dryer. Toss tennis ball. Back in. Then let's go delicate. 25 minutes, sure. Round two. All right, when drying this stuff, we're going to actually unzip it all. As you can see on the inside, but the inside's actually still pretty wet. So what I'm going to do now is just flip it inside out, zip it back up. Now we're going to throw it back in just to make sure we get everything all dry, and then that down's going to be nice and lofty. That sucker's got to be dry by now. We are completely dry. Alright, so it's that easy to wash your down clothes. Like I said before, washing my down back in the day used to seem kind of scary. But once you have the right products, the right washer and dryer setup, utilize some tennis balls, it's actually super easy and something you definitely need to do to, just increase loft, get those oils off your down, and make your down last you years and years of use. So most people, when we're out backpacking, we take these sleeping bags, put them in a nice, tight, little, tiny compression sack. One that basically, crunches a sleeping bag like this down the size of an Nalgene bottle. You do not want to store your sleeping bag in a compression sack. That's going to damage your down. For storing a sleeping bag like this, you can buy it. Most sleeping bags come with a cool little bag, big open, and you can see no compression, and this bag is absolutely giant. So you want to store your bag in this. So sometimes, depending on where I put these, in some of my hunting rooms, I'll either hang it in the cord, or I'll take this bag and just set it up on a shelf and let it sit there until I need it next. That way it'll keep everything nice, keep everything clean, and there you have it. How to wash down clothing. Super easy to do. Have any questions? Drop them in the comments below. Happy to get back to you. And as always, like and subscribe. Got more of these coming at you.